It is supposed to be very warm here today. They're projecting 93 degrees Fahrenheit, which means where I live, we could see temperatures as high as 100 degrees, which, what's that, about 38 degrees Celsius? I'm not going to cook today, but what I am going to do is make something cold and refreshing. I'm going to make orange sherbet. And just to explain one thing, I'm using clementines for oranges rather than navel oranges because to me these seem to have a more of an orange flavor to them. So that's what I'm going to use today to make my orange sherbet. So let's make orange sherbet. To make things easier for myself, I'm going to be using my citrus attachment for my KitchenAid. I need about 2 cups of freshly squeezed orange juice. That's about 475 milliliters. For that, the directions I'm working from say that you need 2 to 3 pounds of oranges, which is about 0.9 to 1.4 kilograms. All right, I'm set up here. I'm ready to go. This usually makes a mess, but let's see what happens. All right, the juicing is done here. Get this out of the way. I took some of the pulp and did put it into the juice. I just used that sieve to get rid of the larger pieces that might come out. So there I have my 2 cups of freshly squeezed orange juice. If you're wondering how many of these clementines I used, it was 22 to get that many. And some of them I used a microplane grater to grate the zest off of some of them because I need about 1.5 tablespoons of zest. I'm ready to start mixing the base for my orange sherbet. So what I have here is 7 ounces, which is about 200 grams of granulated sugar. And then I have 1.5 tablespoons, as I mentioned earlier, of finely ground orange zest. And then a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And then my 2 cups of freshly squeezed orange juice. And then I'm going to add a tablespoon of lemon juice. This is a lemon from my neighbor's tree. Just going to squeeze a little bit through my fingers here. Catch the seeds. Not even going to measure this. It'll be enough. Yeah, it'll be good enough. I see a big piece of pulp right here that I want to get rid of. That one snuck by my little sieve that I was using. I don't need this half. And then I'm going to start stirring this to dissolve that sugar. But before I go any further, I need to add some vanilla extract. 1 teaspoon. And I know from my little stopper bottle here that 4 of these little squirts is a teaspoon. All right. Stir, stir, stir. You can do this in a food processor. I'm actually working from a recipe, Alton Brown's recipe, and he does it in a food processor. I'm doing it in a bowl because I don't see any reason to use the food processor. It's just to dissolve that sugar. Another thing you can do if you want to quickly dissolve that sugar is use an immersion blender if you got one. How difficult is that? Okay, then with my spoon again, I'm just going to feel the bottom. If I don't feel any crunching on the bottom, then that sugar is all dissolved. All right, finally, what I have here is 1.5 cups, which is about 350 milliliters of very cold milk. You can use half and half. If you don't know what half and half is in your country, here in the USA we have something called half and half. It's a little bit richer than milk. We use it in our coffee. It's got a little bit more cream in it, a little more fat. You want to whisk this in. And that is our base for our sherbet. I'm going to cover that with plastic and put that in the refrigerator. That'll chill probably for about an hour. I took my canister out of the freezer. It's been in there for quite a while actually, because I was planning to make this for a while. I'm going to put the lid on, get it locked, got the paddle in there. I'm going to use a funnel to get the mixture in there. Start it up, rotating before you put the base in. And there it is. And I'm going to let this go for anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes until it starts to turn into a soft served ice cream. That'll be sherbet ready to eat, but we'll talk more about that when it's fully frozen. This is now just about coming up to the top of this container, this cover, and now I have to work quickly. Take this off, get this into here. It's kind of like a soft serve ice cream right now, but I want to get it out of this container because it'll freeze to the walls and then be harder to get out. Oh, looks good. Now you can serve this now as a soft serve ice cream, or you can put it in the freezer, which is what I'm going to do, and let it firm up more and serve it as like a hard ice cream. Although it is a sherbet, but I'm used to having the sherbet kind of hard frozen rather than real soft. All right, without getting too fussy, it's time to get that into the freezer. So how does it look after it's had a chance to chill for a while? I'll put a little sprig of mint in there. Put my spoon. There it is. My homemade fresh orange sherbet. Last step is to see how good that tastes. I'm not going to eat all of that. I'm just going to have one of those little scoops. It's just topping 90 degrees outside. So I'm ready for a nice cold dessert. That is really nice. It's not overly sweet. It's got a bit of a tart flavor to it. It certainly tastes like orange sherbet. That is so good. So excuse me, I'm going to go enjoy my afternoon snack of orange sherbet.